Continuing on the lecture of e-models of learning as it relates to HR and midnight regulations. What's occurring now in this country every 4 years is known as midnight regulations. And midnight regulations is a time frame from election to inauguration day when all kinds of regulations impact different sectors. This year, healthcare for sure. So, the issue in front of the CEO and the director of HR is, what is your leadership style to be able to deal with midnight regulations? Are you going to be a laissez-faire leader? In other words, laissez-faire in leadership, when I lecture, means you're going to wait and see. Historically, corporations with a laissez-faire mentality towards midnight regulations do not typically score high in efficiency and effectiveness. Much better to have referent power mentality, which is a leadership style which is interpersonal, where the CEO communicates through HR to the population of its employees to say, yes, administrations have changed. Yes, our industry has been impacted. And yes, we are going to develop training to either untangle or comply with the new regulations. And it's exactly this type of customization. In other words, how to customize this type of either compliance or untanglement that the British Journal decided to publish my model of learning. And the training that I proposed was blended. In other words, a corporation can take the new competencies or the new things that the midnight regulations is imposing and say, okay, so how do we take this new knowledge or these new rules of the game to the rest of the corporation? And this can be done online. It could be done in hybrid situations. In other words, where someone comes into the corporation to explain basic tenets and then the rest is done online. And so it's this level of customized strategy that is applied to leadership in order for the corporation to attain the competencies required to start first quarter sitting in the table with all the cards in their hands, not waiting for second or third quarter to be able to identify the cards to sit down and play the game. So, more of referent power and different types of leadership styles in the lecture series that's upcoming in my future podcasts. My name is Dr. Patricia Carbonell, and stay tuned for our next podcast.